am going to be doing the fire signs. So, cross watchers, you are more than welcome here. And if you have Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius, no particular order, but if you have any of these signs in your chart, you might resonate with these messages, or you might be able to understand your person or the person you've been around. You might be able to understand them better as we go along with these messages. So, off top, I feel like the energy has been really heavy. Like, I've been really, really drained lately. And a lot of times I feel drained as the messages get heavier and heavier, or if somebody needs a message. So, we're going to start with the sign of Leo. We're going to see what's going on with the fire signs. So, I am on Instagram. I don't do messages on Instagram, but I am on there, and I just feel like lately the fire signs have, you guys have really been wearing everybody out. So, one thing that people can kind of understand when they are dealing with the fire sign, if you don't know, is that fire signs tend to hate to be ignored. They hate stagnation. They hate not feeling like they are the center of attention. So you'll notice as everything shifts around and things come and go and seasons change, if they're not the center of attention, they tend to act up a little bit. So if your fire sign is acting up, perhaps they need a little bit more of attention. Okay, I had to take a sip. So let's get started with our fire sign. We're going to start with Leo first. Leo, I don't know why you're just like calling my energy. What is going on with Leo's energy? Please give me a divinely guided message I can interpret appropriately so the masses can understand and this message can be received by the person it's for. Okay. All right, let's see what's some energy that's coming out off top. Temperance. Okay, so you could be connecting to a Sagittarius, but off top, Leo, I feel like you're trying to get some type of peace and balance with this Temperance card being in your energy. I feel like there is a sense of you wanting to feel appreciated. Like maybe you feel like you've been pouring into other people's cups. You want somebody to pour into your cup too. I think in this season, you feel like you've really been taken for granted as far as how much you do for people. So you have a strong desire to want to be appreciated, seen, um, and more so seen. Like, definitely you want compliments because that's definitely in your nature, but you definitely want somebody to pour into your cup too because I feel like in this energy, you feel like you've been the only person pouring out. Now, this could be completely subjective, but this is the energy and the feeling that I'm getting. What else is here? So, Leo, why are you finding it hard to accept? There's a issue here. Look, Six of Cups in reverse. So I feel like you're finding it hard to accept what has recently transpired. Maybe there has been a past connection that's caused a separation, or maybe you feel like you had to cut somebody off because this person was not appreciating you. This doesn't necessarily have to be a lover. It could be people that have been close to you, people that you felt like you looked out for. I don't feel like in this energy that you feel like you're getting the same love and respect in return. So Six of Cups is all about distancing. Gosh, I can't even talk. It's so early. You're making space. Like you have to distance yourself from someone, but you're also stuck in the past. So it's hard for you to make an appropriate decision. So you're stuck, but at the same time, you're trying to gather some distance. Um, this could be you could be stuck because you haven't forgiven yourself for the things that you allowed to come into your life. It could be the people that you have allowed to come into your life or the situations that you have allowed to play out in your life. So there's a bigger issue here with the Temperance card. You feeling like Nobody's pouring into you the way that you are pouring into them, or the people that are around you, the people that you once cared for. They're not pouring into you the way that you have poured into them. And this plays like into your being right now. You can't stop thinking about it. And Leos, you can become obsessive over things, whether you like to believe it or not. You tend to be obsessive, especially when you feel like you're right about something and you're not being validated. So, in this energy, hi, thank you for dropping down. So, in this energy, and I don't want to make it too long because we're doing three signs, and if I go on a tangent, then we won't get to the other two signs. But in this energy, I do feel like you are stuck and you're thinking about the past. There are delays in your life and you moving on from this situation, or the people that you perceived have hurt you, because you don't know how to forgive someone that doesn't acknowledge their own mistakes or what they did to you. What's the next card out? Thought. Here we go, Leo. Here's your battle. So you have a battle here with this Five of Wands, and you could be battling verbally, you could be battling mentally, but this could be you, and you're standing your ground with this one. You could be kind of reckless too. I feel like you could be putting yourself in a position to where, okay, you don't appreciate me. um, I feel like I'm giving too much, and now I'm going to show you like who I am. So now you're turning into competition, and you're trying to find your confidence again, to move on from a situation, but at the same time it feels like you can't stop thinking about what has been done to you. Gosh, I almost feel like I'm being obsessive because that's the energy that I'm getting all over me. I feel like there's an obsessive energy here with you, Leo. Um, you are obsessing over your ambitions. You're obsessing over not being appreciated. You're obsessing over conflicting with some type of confliction with other people. There's an energy of feeling like you're being pushed by others. So now you got to stand your ground. You got to show people who you really are. At times, you're being aggressive. There's just a lot going on here in your energy. So, what does Leo need to know? What does Leo need to know, if anything? Does Leo need to know anything? Eight of Swords in reverse, Leo. So Eight of Swords in reverse. Like, I feel like with this energy, there's going to be delays with you're going to feel like you're not focused. And I mean, obviously, with everything that's going on and how you are feeling, I feel like this is coming to a head. You're already feeling this. Like, there's some burnout here too. It's almost like you're not getting it together, and you're probably not even showing that to people. Like, if people know you, they can see that there's a lot going on in your life. There's a lot on, maybe mentally too, but they're not really knowing. You're not really showing this, and because there's so much going on with you, I feel like there's a lack of direction too. You're trying to figure out which way you should go. Which should you do now? I'm sorry if I bumped the camera. Is there any advice here? Ooh, I like this then. So the Queen of Cups, Leo, you really have to start expressing your emotions more in a healthier way with this Queen of Cups energy. Start offering the people that you love, the people that you surround yourself with, tell them your needs and your wants and how you expect to be treated, but do it in a healthy way. Don't wait till it builds up. Don't wait until you feel like you're overwhelmed and you get to your boiling point. But it's really nice, and it'll be really well received if you actually express yourself when you are in a place of peace and you're coming from love and not anger and animosity and emptiness. Look at this Eight of Wands. Can't even make it up. Eight of Wands is communication, and Eight of Wands is all about moving, trying to move ahead, moving things ahead in a healthy way. And then we have the Knight of Wands, and here you go. You are on your way. You're being charismatic and charming. You're interacting with people, and no matter what Leo say, they do like to be the center of attention. So this will get you back into that energy to where you are going. You're being free, you're the center of attention, people are loving you. If you're a Leo and that's a player, you're playing, you're just doing your thing and you're having fun doing it. You're back into that charismatic happy energy. So this is something to think about. This is the advice that is for you, Leo. It's time to really express yourself in a healthy way. Don't wait till it builds up and don't hold things in. You will be received by the people that love you, because holding on to bitterness is not going to help you. So that's what I have for Leo. So we have the next energy or the next sign out. Aries just came to my mind. So let's do Aries. Let's do a quick shuffle. Please give me a divinely guided message I can interpret appropriately. You're welcome. This one is just for the fire signs. So we did Leo, and now we're on to Aries. So give me a divinely guided message I can interpret appropriately for the sign of Aries. What do we have for Aries? All right, that's the one. Ooh, Aries, Knight of Wands in reverse. Oh, you are sabotaging yourself, Aries. I feel like you're putting yourself in low vibrational situations. What is going on? Right, Aries. So with this energy, and the cards are small, I'm going to try to zoom in. So, Aries, the question I have for you is, why do you find yourself being impulsive and reckless? This is the energy that I'm getting out. This is just the first energy. It could also change, and I'm just taking it as it comes, so take it as it resonates. So I feel a sense of urgency and being very impulsive. So as I started the video out, the energy here with fire signs being here, I feel like it's been very heavy. For some reason in this season, in this maybe week, month, in this moment, I feel like if you know fire signs, they love attention. They move fast. Their light tends to shine. It really doesn't dim out. But lately, there's been a lot going on with the fire signs, and somehow, some way, there's been a shift to where these fire signs that I'm feeling in this for this message and this energy, that they have a lot going on, and a lot of fire signs, they don't like it when they're not getting the recognition and the attention that they need. So in this instance, I'm feeling an energy of just sabotaging everything that you got going on. Like maybe you worked hard to build something, Aries, and in one moment, in one instant, or just one bad judgment, you're risking it all. You risk it all. You have a Knight of Wands in reverse, and that's all about being impulsive, self-sabotaging, trying to play the game, fighting to the death, not knowing when to stop here. So something is going on with you to where, Aries, you definitely, there's a feeling of you are being very reckless. And because you have been reckless, you're almost wrecking yourself. I hope that makes sense, but that's what I'm getting. Sorry, I bumped the camera. So Aries, what else is going on with you? Oh, okay. All right. So as we're shuffling the cards too, with this Knight of Wands being in reverse, maybe you've been in a situation where you've been doing really good and then you got too cocky, because the Knight of Wands in reverse represents an energy of being cocky, and then we have some more energy out. So Three of Pentacles is here. We have Three of Pentacles, but we also have two other cards. So let me acknowledge. Oh, Aries, what are you lying about? Oof. Ace of Swords in reverse. So it could be some type of family issue or some type of stability you could be lying about, Aries. So I mean, if you're not the Aries in this energy, this message isn't for you. If you are a cross watcher and you're trying to find out more about Aries, yes, stay here. But I feel like in this energy, you have the Knight of Wands in reverse. We have Three of Pentacles, and that represents harmony, stability, maybe even building a family. But also, you are keeping a secret. You're lying about something. You're not being very honest either to people around you or to yourself. This Ace of Swords is lies. I was going to say not having truth or clarity. So basically, that is lies. And something is coming to a head. There's something that you did or you told, or it could have been a situation where you lied on your resume, you lied to some people, and everything is going to come out into the open with this Tower card in reverse. Things are going to start to fall apart, and I hate that for you, Aries. But like I said, I'm before I even started this video, I was already in a already in a feeling of a heavy message for the fire sign. So I'm just gonna tell you what I feel and what I see. Take it as it resonates. If it's not for you, then this video isn't for you. So you have been too cocky. You've been sabotaging your opportunities. You've been very reckless. And there's something in a family, something stability. Either you lied about having stability, a family, uh, a relationship, and it's all coming to a head. Lies and truths will be revealed. So we have the Tower here. The Tower represents Scorpio's energy. You could be connecting to a Scorpio, or a Scorpio could be trying to find out more things about you. We have an Ace of Swords that represents lies, and that Ace of Swords in reverse. So that represents lies and not being clear and concise about situations. Let's see what else is here. Why is Aries taking it this far? Just, I don't want to spend too much time, but let's see. All right. Oh, there we go. Because you were scared of somebody's judgment. That just came right out. Because of the judgment and how you perceive yourself and how you want people to perceive you, this is why you will notice that Aries tend to lie about things and situations, especially in this low vibrational energy. So there was some self-doubt. There was maybe a position that you put yourself in and you wanted to hold yourself to that position. You didn't want people to see you as anything different. So you had to make a decision. You made a judgment. You thought about this, and you thought that presenting this idea, or this presenting this story, this situation to someone, you thought it was the best for you to help you keep save face and keep your high self-esteem up. Because Aries don't, they're very confident people. Like, they can be very, I don't want to, okay, so let me take that back. Aries can be very insecure people, but they present to be very confident. So when they do things or say things, they may say that they're totally transparent. They may say that, things are together, but Aries are so prideful that they're never going to let you know if it's not together, especially not the Aries in this energy. So they came to a conclusion that lying about a situation was better than presenting the truth about a situation. And you can almost tell when an Aries is not telling the truth, because they almost do too much to cover up what they're trying to protect. Like, they'll make up elaborate stories, and you're just like, where did that even come from? So just watch it and you'll see, and you can come back under this video and comment if you interact with an Aries in this energy. So what is Aries? We need some advice for Aries. Because winter is coming, Aries, and something is going to be revealed here. Look at Page of Cups in reverse. So Aries, the energy here for you and the advice here for you is like, someone wants me to tell you that it's okay if you don't have everything together. Aries like to present, once again, like they do have things together, but it's okay when you don't. But I feel like you've put yourself on such a pedestal, especially with this Judgment card, and you've put yourself in such a high position over others that you can't foresee yourself even saying that I don't have it together, I'm really struggling. Now, you might say that you're okay with saying that, but your actions speak louder than words. So with this Page of Cups in reverse, it's okay that you're indecisive. It's okay that you don't have everything together. If you notice, you see how this person has their body detached from their leg, like things are just not working out. And Aries, just be honest. Be honest with the people around you and be honest with yourself. But because of your pride, you are not going to do it. This Knight of, or I'm sorry, this King of Cups energy is also advice for you to make head and heart decisions. Try not to operate too much in your ego, but operate from the heart and your mind. Have those two balanced, because people will accept you. I feel like you find it hard for people to accept you. People don't understand you. But a lot of times, this is how I'm feeling. This is the energy that's here. But people don't understand you and accept you is when they feel like you have extreme stories or you don't show your hand, like you have it all together, and when you don't have it together, maybe you run away, you hide, and then you come back and you present this all together appearance. So that is the energy that I have for you. I'm going to see if there's an oracle card too, because I feel like I kind of beat you up a little bit and I wasn't trying to do that. I'm sorry. Yeah, oh. You've lost sight of your inner child. You lost sight of being happy. Enjoy the moment. Live life to the fullest. Be playful. Be happy again. Stop taking things so seriously that don't need to be taken seriously. Look, it says you're in pursuit of convincing rejection. Let people go. Let them go. So if there's a situation, maybe you were dealing with a person and you two broke up, it's okay to let them go. You don't have to chase them back, or you don't have to have a false facade like they're still in your life when they're not. Enjoy the memories. Nostalgia is okay. You don't have to look at this person as the bad guy. Relive in the past, let it go, but it's okay to think about the past in a healthy way. You were with somebody, you had fun, you had some good times. Okay, let it go. That person's not the bad guy, they're not the monster, they're not the enemy. They're simply a person that you enjoyed once upon a time. And then we have blessings. Blessings are going to come into your life. So pay attention, love. Your guides are always with you, and you are protected when you're at your highest vibration. Lowest vibration is kind of hard there. And as a result, you will experience healing, self care, be gentle with yourself, and that person that you're truly seeking is going to find you. Because I feel like in this energy there's an Aries that is truly seeking love, or you could have went through some type of breakup. You're hiding your hand, but I mean, the cards are here, they're saying what they say, but just embrace it, learn from it, and enjoy the person that you were with. Enjoy the memories, and then you'll be able to heal and move on to a healthier relationship. Because even if you're starting over, you're starting from experience. All right. Let's see. Who's okay? Sagittarius. Sorry. Sagittarius. Last time is last sign is Sagittarius for this one. We're gonna use this deck. Oh, let me zoom out. I'm sorry. Last one is Sagittarius, and then I gotta come back with the other signs. I'm gonna take a break and come back with the other signs later. All right, this is for Sagittarius. Now we know that Sagittarius have a lot going on. So I'm constantly on social media when I see a Sagittarius. I'm like, don't fight with a Sagittarius. So, but some people love to challenge Sagittariuses. But I'm like, don't fight with them. They're crazy. So here we go. Ooh, the Hermit in reverse. So there's a Sagittarius in this energy that has forced themselves into isolation with this Hermit in reverse. This Sagittarius could be connected to a Virgo, because we know the Hermit represents Virgo's energy. I feel a sense of this Sagittarius is withdrawing from maybe social events that they once partaked in. Like if you were like somebody that was really out there, putting yourself out there, you had a spotlight, you had maybe even a public business. Now you're more or less you're retreating here. This is an energy of feeling like you there's this loneliness. So again, I'm going back to the beginning of this video where I said that the fire signs are really a lot of them are in their feelings. And so here we have this Sagittarius that has withdrawn with this Hermit card in reverse. You force yourself into isolation. You're thinking about a lot of things. You could be thinking about family. You could be thinking about relationships here. Um, there's something that has you in it's a feeling of depression almost, or you're fighting depression, or you're fighting the need to, what is the inner, like you're fighting the need to depend on others. Like you want to be left alone, but you don't want to be left alone. Let's get in more into this one. Okay, go ahead and throw me for a twist, Sagittarius. Why is Sagittarius like fighting the need to be alone? Like you want to be alone, but you're also fighting it. So we have, let me make sure it's only one. Okay, so 7 of Wands. So there's some competition here or conflict here. I feel like there has been times recently that you felt the need to stand your ground. I feel like there's been chaos going on with this 7 of Wands. Maybe you've been fighting battles. You've been fighting to protect your image, fighting to protect your name, just having to fight. So I don't know if this isolation is because you are ramping up for something bigger, or really this isolation is because you're like, I'm tired of fighting. Like, I'm tired of defending myself. I'm tired of feeling like I have to stand my ground. I'm tired of just everything that's coming with my success. Like maybe you're in a vulnerable state and you just have to push back. Oh, it fell on the floor. Let's see. So this is the Knight of Pentacles energy. So for you, Sagittarius, this Knight of Pentacles energy is that you truly want stability. Like you want to build your nest egg up. You're very determined. You could be a Sagittarius that has a lot of responsibility, or you have goals. You're trying to reach those goals. It could be with finances. You're building up your money, your nest egg, and at the same time you're still fighting battles. You're fighting old battles. You're having to relive old situations. You're having to defend yourself, and you have to stand your ground. Okay, what else is here for Sagittarius? Page of Wands. Okay, so we have a Knight of Pentacles and a Page of Wands. So you could be starting a new project. So don't be surprised if you see Sagittarius with something new. Like this is a new plan, a new path, and a new direction. And so this could be the reason for your isolation of yourself, because you don't want to have to defend your name. Your reputation is too important right now. So you're trying to figure out what you like, how you can achieve this new goal and not be, what's the word, not live in your past still, not have to defend your past, like, because it doesn't have anything to do with your present. And Sagittarius are those signs that they can actually move on. They definitely can hold a grudge, but they are freedom loving individuals. So they don't want to constantly have to live in the past. They don't want you constantly bringing negativity to them. So I feel like to avoid all this, you force yourself into isolation so you can focus on your bag. You don't want to have to defend yourself. You're ready to move to your new chapter and really establish yourself in a different way. And so you can't be around anybody that continues to hold your past over your head. Let's see. Ooh, Sagittarius, the Lovers in reverse. So just know you're watching this and you are a cross watcher. Just know that this means relationships too. Now, Sagittarius could have had a lot of love for you. And let me tell you, when they love you, they have so much passion. But if you are one of those people that are trying to hold them back and bringing up their past and making them feel like they can just be alone, then you about to get cut off. I'm sorry to tell you, but you are about to get cut off. It's about to be a breakup, a separation. There is no more harmony here. Maybe there has been some fighting, some passion between you two. And usually Sagittarius, they just get over it, because that's what they do. But in this season, no, they're not just going to get over it. If anything, they're going to move on completely. You could be connecting to a Gemini too, with the Lover's energy, or even an Aquarius. But whoever you're connecting with, or they could have that in their chart, but whoever you're connecting with, you're completely over it. You're done. You're not going to be defending yourself too much longer. You're just going to leave. What else? Is there anything else? Any advice? Ooh. Okay, so 10 of Wands is releasing burden, Sagittarius. Stop carrying all this baggage. Stop feeling like you can forgive and forget at some point. Maybe you can, but not other people can. Like, you're ready to move on. People are still trying to hold you in the past. This energy is saying that it's time to release all that burden. If you have a new season, you have something else that you're trying to do, it's okay to walk away. And I don't even have to tell a Sagittarius that. I feel like you know this. But at the same time, there is something about Sagittarius that they do have a loyal streak, because they tend to see things, they tend to see people for who they say they are until you force them to see something different about you. So I feel like you're getting to that point with whoever's in this energy with you, to where you're just like, okay, I forgive. It was passion, there was things going on, but now I'm finally seeing you for who you are and I'm ready to move on. This is just not going to work. And I feel like the universe is blessing you in this thinking and this feeling, because they're saying just move on, release baggage, release burden. You don't owe anybody anything. If this is not working for you, move on. So we have a two of swords. So although you're hearing this message, you could be one of those Sagittariuses that are still at a crossroads. You're still trying to figure out, is this right? And like I said, the universe has blessed you. If you feel like you want to move on, it may be hard, but go ahead and move on with this two of swords. And you could be bored with the situation too. So this is really not going to work if you're not happy in the relationship, you're not having any mental stimulation, maybe manual stimulation, or maybe somebody is just boring and trying to hold you back. They don't have any ambitions to do anything better or new. And that's really not going to work with a Sagittarius. Like, they need you to keep it hot, spicy, and fresh. So if you're just boring and you don't spark their interest or like stimulate them, it's never going to work for too long. Okay, and the last card here we have, ooh, Five of Swords. I feel like there's two. There is two. Queen of Swords and Five of Swords. So again, quit lying to yourself. Like, quit forcing yourself to be in a situation out of loyalty or maybe even commitment. If it's not going to work, it's just not going to work. And things will work out after you step out of this situation. There's a lot of conflict and burden that you have endured, but you stepping away, you will see that things will get better. There'll be happier times, and the universe is going to bless you for standing up for yourself and not making yourself stay in a situation that you are not respecting of, you're not loving of, or even caring about. Is there any oracle cards for Sagittarius? Conclusions, endings, you will get a resolution soon. So you don't know why you're going through this situation, how it came to this, but once you step out the situation, you will see why. Is there anything else? Let's do one more. Oh, that's the one. Your soulmate is coming. Compatibility, companionship. Your best life partner is yet to come. So why are you stuck with this other thing? All right, Sagittarius, that's what I have for you. Leo, Aries, I hope this message resonates with someone. Please hit that like button if you did already. Thank you. And I'll see you on the next video. Bye.